Welcome to Adrian Brewster channel. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification button so that I get notified and updated whenever I post a new video. This video is sponsored by Coffee with the Brain. Feel free to hit the inbox for physical classes.
Yes, today is a wonderful day. I want to introduce to you the French press. First, the French press was invented by two Frenchmen in the late 90s, and it is becoming more popular due to the coffee it really produces. Uh, First, we are going to start with the parts of the French press. We have the lid, and when we remove the piston or the plunge, we get to see that we have the filtration system. For the filtration system, today I'm using a French press from Espro, and they made it more developed in their filtration system. It has a two filtration system that would enable us really get that cleaner cup in our a cleaner cup of coffee. Then for the second filtration system, it will have to fit in this one, in this first one, and you lock it for more filtration to take place. Then we have our French press decanter. Then for our coffee today, we shall be using Ethiopia Sidamo from Grateful Coffee Roastery in Abu Dhabi. They really roast good coffee. Feel free to reach out. And okay, it's time I introduce to you our recipe for today. I'll be using 28 grams of coffee and a ratio of 1 to 16. Meaning for each gram of coffee, I'll be using 16 ml of water. So I'll do 28 times 16, and my total will be 448. For my grinder today, I'm using a grinder from Fellow, and I'm going to prefer grinding it medium coarse. Most people love it grinding it coarse, but I saw that the medium coarse would really give me that complexity in the cup and also produce a more sweeter cup. I'll be grinding my coffee at a medium coarse grind. I prefer grinding it at medium coarse because it will give me that complexity of the cup and also more sweetness in my cup. And since I wouldn't want to spend more time on the French press, I'm a bit finer than the coarser grind that is usually used, so that I increase more on the extraction by exposing more of my coffee grinds to the water by grinding a bit finer than the coarser grind. So I'm going to use medium coarse grind. Yeah, after grinding my coffee, I'll get my French press decanter, put it on the scale, then tare to remove the original weight of the French press. Then I need to remeasure my coffee to make sure that I'm using the same amount of coffee I decided to use in the first place. So 28 grams of coffee. I really love the aroma of the coffee. Then my water having boiled at the temperature 93. For the first pour, I'm going to pour 100 ml of water and wait for 45 seconds. I'll make sure I do a little bit of agitation to make sure that all my coffee grinds are wet. The reason that's why I'm waiting for 45 seconds before pouring my next pour, I would like my coffee to really degas, lose that carbon dioxide that it attained when in the roasting process, and also develop the flavors and the aromatics and other volatiles. So for my next pour, I'll pour the rest of the water until 448. So you should be keen on the scale. Always keep your eyes on the scale to make sure you don't exceed what you decided to pour. 448. Then at 448, I'll no longer need the scale. I just need the scale to look at the time. So what do we need to understand here? The principle of extraction that is we are seeing here, we are seeing that we are soaking our coffee in water for a period of time. So the more time you really give your coffee, your grinded coffee with the water, the more the extraction, and the less time, the less the extraction. So for this one, I would prefer leaving it for 5 minutes, since I grinded medium coarse, 5 minutes. And during this period, I'll use this time to remove the crust, because I wouldn't want this crust to, it has that plastic taste that I wouldn't want my coffee to really have. I'll remove it. I'll remove this crust for sure. I think it really gives you that unpleasant taste. Because I've tried it several times and I saw that it's better this crust is removed. So after removing the crust, I'll make my piston sit on. Then I'll wait for the time. During this time, it should be noted that the more time, the more the extraction. So we wouldn't expect a French press that has rested for a period of 5 minutes to be more stronger than the one for 8 minutes. So meaning for the one that for 5 minutes will be a bit lighter or a bit weaker than the one for 6 or 7 or 8 minutes. So the time you can always, according to the recipe you choose, you can always leave it for 5 to 8 minutes, and then you do your pressing. Then when we reach at the pressing, we are going to do a gentle press. Doing this gentle press, we are not going to let our filtration system go until the base. It will stop like in the middle there, because you see that in the first place, all the coffee grinds down are really getting settled down. So if we put the filtration system until the coffee grinds down, you see that by the time we remove our coffee, it will have those crumbs. So we leave it in a half, in the middle a bit. Then now after doing that press until the middle, just don't let your filters sit down. Then you your coffee is ready to be served. So now you realize you're getting drops because at times you haven't placed the lid very well. So you come to the lid. When you bring this lid up, it always has these holes. So you should make sure that these holes are facing the spout. Then it's time to pour your coffee. You see that we are getting a more cleaner cup due to the filtration system that was provided by the S-Pro. Remember, it's a double filtration, so we would expect it to be cleaner than the way you see. So let me first test this coffee. You find that this coffee is full-bodied, and it also has that complexity of the flavors. The medium acidity, and also you see that these filters try to really filter out all the that would make this cup unpleasant. And since we removed the crust, it also helped us to get a more transparent cup. So Aeropress coffee is really good, and I would prefer you. I will always advise you guys for these filtered coffees. You want to really enjoy a good cup, really go for the good coffee. Use freshly roasted coffee. Don't go for the old coffees, because when you use fresh coffees, the flavors are still high, everything is still high, it is still rich. You get, because right now, since I'm using fresh coffee from Grateful, and they always ask us what are you grateful for. So I'm grateful that today I'm having good coffee, freshly roasted coffee, feeling that fullness, that richness. This coffee is really rich. So you should make sure whenever you doing the French press, you go for freshly roasted coffees.